Hello everyone, a little video clip here showing a Russian attack on a town called Yampolivka going a bit pear-shaped. This is near Kreminna. So in the video you can see multiple armoured vehicles that look to be mainly infantry fighting vehicles such as BMPs and the like, moving along a tree line when they get engaged by Ukraine. First, the second vehicle in the column is hit by a very accurate artillery strike. Then, a few seconds later, the lead vehicle cops it as well. Again, it looks to be artillery which bagged this one. We then see two more vehicles approaching. Whilst one of the vehicles continues to explode, we see bits of it fly off at the bottom of the screen. There's then a bit of a cut in the video, and we see one vehicle burning badly and two more halted on the road, one of which has already been hit and disabled. An artillery strike impacts, this one missing. Then, as we see one of the Russian vehicles start to pull back, the rearmost vehicle, which I think is a tank, is hit and destroyed too, giving a very big blast as it does so. Afterwards, we see a couple more artillery shells impacting the area. So, quite interesting. 4 Russian vehicles which were seen advancing here, only one returning home. So a pretty successful bit of action here by Ukraine. I'm going to go through some screenshots now. So here are vehicles numbers 1 and number 2. I'm going to number them all on the screenshots to keep track, as some do move around a bit. Here, we can see vehicle number 2 get destroyed by what I think is artillery. It's a moving target, so it's a very accurate artillery strike indeed. Our next screenshot is here, and on it, we can see vehicle number 1 also get hit by artillery and disabled. So that's 2 vehicles down. On this screenshot, at the bottom of the screen, you can see a bit of an ammo cook-off from vehicle number 2. Also, vehicle 3 and vehicle 4 are arriving on the scene. Now, imagine being in these 2 vehicles, having just seen the lead 2 ones get destroyed by Ukrainian artillery. You'd have to be thinking, your number's up. Here's where a cut in the video muddied the waters a little bit. So during the cut, vehicle number 3 bypassed the wreck of vehicle number 2 in order to slot in behind disabled vehicle number 1. Maybe it was here to pick up survivors. Vehicle 4 halted further up the road. Now this vehicle bypassing the wreck like this to go here makes me think that this was artillery hitting this column rather than landmines. Otherwise, if these were mine strikes, I don't think he would have risked going off a beaten path like that. So I think this was an artillery impact which hit this column. Here, not much to see other than an artillery strike hitting the trees. That one a miss. Unless troops from vehicle number 1 which was disabled ran here and this strike was targeting them instead. This screenshot is when vehicle number 3 is retreating. You can see vehicle number 4, which appeared earlier on in the video to be a tank, violently explodes. If I didn't know better, this explosion looks like it's a rocket launcher or a SAM going up. But we saw in the clip earlier that it was a tank of some sort, rather than an MLRS system or a SAM. So that's it for these screenshots. 3 out of 4 attacking vehicles thoroughly rogered by Ukrainian artillery, with one slinking off back to the Russian lines with its tail between its legs. That's part of the cause for Russian armoured attacks here. They've experienced big, embarrassing numbers throughout, and this is far from the first time we've seen Russian armoured vehicle attacks end up with the majority of the attacking force completely wiped out by Ukraine, whether it be by landmines, artillery, drones, or a combination of them. So I suppose now we better have a look at where exactly this took place. So you can see here, this Russian column was advancing west along this road from the east when they came a cropper. Only one vehicle made it back, retreated back along the same road, going the same direction. Zoomed out a bit, you can see that this is east of a town called Yampolivka and also near Terny. This is pretty much west of the key important town that Russia controls at the moment of Kreminna. Terny, we've seen quite a few videos and photos recently of large Russian losses in this area around December and January. I did have a look at some of them in a video which I did a week or so ago. I believe, if I remember right, there was well over 20 vehicles destroyed in that video clip. So, this is a key area with quite a lot of action going on. and Russia is pushing hard to take these towns. On deep states, you can see that this occurred right on the front lines in what's currently contested territory. Zoomed out a bit more, you can see that both of these settlements, both Yampolivka and Terny, would both be good targets for Russia to capture. Capturing one or the other would put a lot of pressure on the other of the two, as it would cut off either from the south or from the north, depending which town Russia captured first. And if Russia did manage to capture these towns, they would be very difficult to dislodge, as those lakes or the reservoir that you can see, and the river running along them just directly to the west of the towns, does form a natural defensive barrier which would hinder any potential Ukrainian counterattack. So I can definitely see why Russia wants to capture these two settlements. And if we zoom out again, we can see that this took place on the eastern front, pushing north near Kreminna, one of the key areas where Russia is launching an ongoing offensive at the moment. The other ones being near Marinka and Novomikhailivka towards the south, the big one at Avdiivka, here in the area of Kreminna, and a little bit further to the north around Kupiansk. These seem to be the key areas for Russia's offensive operations at the moment. As for Ukraine, most of their action seems to be around the Kherson district. So that's it for this video. I hope you found this one interesting. If so, please click like and subscribe. I'd appreciate it. Now, before we finish, I'm going to play two videos from NAFO about the ongoing fundraiser with them. It's over 50% complete now, so big thanks to everybody who's donated so far. I appreciate it a lot. It features Sukramimus YouTube channel patches, and the link is in the description. Thanks very much for watching, and take care, everybody.
Greetings. We are Special Drone Squad of 66th Brigade of Ukrainian Armed Forces. We need a pickup truck for evacuation our wounded soldiers and aero scouting. We asking NAFO community and charity fund of 69 Sniffing Brigade to help us. Glory to Ukraine!
Glory to heroes!
Good time of the day, dear friends. We are the military of the 110th Separate Battalion of Territorial Defense of Luhansk region. Currently, it is occupied by aggressor. In a few days, we are heading to liberate our lands towards the Kupiansk direction, where fierce battles are taking place. We are soliciting support from the NAFO and 69th Sniffing Brigade Charitable Foundation. Please help us. We need passable pickup trucks for mobile combat groups of the air forces, specifically for drone operators to adjust fire on the enemy. We are grateful for your help. Glory to Ukraine. Slava Ukraini!
Героям слава!